All right, guys. All right. If you're watching, for some reason the camera is just acting weird, so it is what it is. I'm still here. I'm still moving. Um, Come on. I'm right here. I'm right here. Okay, come on, man. Technical difficulties as usual. You know how it is. OBS, man. Come on. Get your stuff together. Get your stuff together, guys. Um, Give me a second. I gotta go into the. Can you see me? No? I'm moving, but you. Oh, what's up, boss? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, got some slight issues happening here, but it is what it is. Um, Let me get things set up and then we'll get it going. We'll get it going. I don't know if it's because the camera does not detect me, but hold on. Let me see if I can do something here. Let me see. Like, let's see if I can set up the. Oh, too high. Give me a second. Give me a second. Ah, come on. Wait a minute. Hey, what up, Jose? What up? What up? Trying to set this up. Trying to set this up so you guys can see me, hear me. Is what it is. The camera is not detecting me, so because of that, it wasn't, like if I stand still, see, it pauses me, but the minute I start moving and doing stuff, like it is what it is. All right, Jose, what up, player? What up, player? Right above you is my guy, Green Energy Gems. Check his channel out, guys. He's amazing. All right, Jose also. Jose also. Right? Right? Jose also. Did I say Jose? All right. So yeah, so I have to kind of stay like this so the camera can see me. I don't know how to remove motion off of it. I don't know if it's the OBS system or if it's the actual camera. When I have the camera going, the camera does its thing and I'm actually moving. But when I'm moving slow, the camera decides like it doesn't want to follow whatever. So it is what it is, right? But thank you guys for joining. Let me give you an applause. Let me give you an applause. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, Levi Apparel. Let's see if I can put this a little higher. Come on. Gotta fix my camera. Alright, I guess that's good enough. What you doing? So, Jose said, what am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know, Jose. You tell me what I'm doing today. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? First thing I'm going to do is talk about news. But you do have the option of asking me for anything. You want to talk about DTF, you want to talk about summation. After I'm done with the news, what do you want to hear? What do you want to hear? You want to hear some crypto? Ooh. Ooh. What is this? Engage? Oh, I can type in. Oh, okay, cool. Let me type it in. Okay, I typed it. This is my first time doing this. I didn't even know that feature exists. Okay, what do you want to talk about? Posts. All right. I just put the questions in. All right. Did you type it? I don't see anything. Either way, let's get this started. So, behind me right here, this is. What is this? Oh. Oh, that's the lighting from the window. That's so weird. When I use the lighting from outside, I'm with lighting, without lighting. That's so weird. It is what it is. Um, Bam. This will remove all. Yep, confirm. What just happened? I don't know. So today we're gonna talk about Chicago. Chicago, Chicago, Chicago. Right? There was something I wanted to do lately. What I've been doing, Jose, I'm actually working on it right now, a video. And what I'm doing is I talk about things and I show you what I'm about to do while I'm talking about it. And then after that, I do it. So basically, man, my camera is really slow. I just noticed Green Energy Gem said, you echoing as well. So yeah. What should I talk about? What should I talk about? There's so much. So much. You know what? Should we talk about Nah. Wait, what? Yikes. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna change it up. I guess I'm gonna change it up. Yeah, I'm gonna change it up. Hold up real quick. Hold up real quick. I gotta go to the title. Alright, well, it's good. Let's pause you real quick, baby. Oh, this one is a doozy. This one is a doozy. So, guys, I may have to change the title. I may have to change the title. I may have to change the title. I don't think you guys are ready for this. I don't think you're ready for this. Bam. Ooh. Ooh. All right, guys. All right. You know what? Let me restart because I'm gonna reclip this. So I gotta restart this. Bam. Right here. Come on. Come on. Bam. All right, guys. So imagine you in a car, right? And everything is going well. Everything is going well. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. Nice. All right, everything is going well, right? Also, I want to thank you guys for being here. My audience is what I'm doing this for. I'm trying to continue because at the end of the day, if I don't keep doing this, somebody else will. So I want it to be me, right? Like, subscribe, Levi Apparel, right? Some people say don't say it too early, but I don't care. If you're gonna like, you're gonna subscribe. If you're gonna subscribe, you're gonna like. It is what it is, right? Choose what you want. At the end of the day, I thank you for being here. Okay? All right. So today we got something big. Big. It's huge. Bigly huge. So a kid got hit. Well, somebody got hit on a bicycle. A e-bike to be exact. While the person was e-biking, this is in Boston. CBS News Boston is about to give us the tea. You feel me? This person apparently was e-biking in Boston, and while doing that, it wasn't their light. It wasn't their light. And they decided to just proceed on. As they're proceeding, the person who's in the car, the person's on the side of the car. They can't see the people. They can't see, the cyclists, the e-cyclists, right? E-bike cyclists. Out of nowhere, bam! Cyclist got hit. But for more detail, let's pan over to WBZ CBS News in Boston to see what exactly transpired, right? So, without further ado, I would like to pan on to this wonderful lady over here. Bam! Let's go. I'm about to remove the mute. And let's see what happened.
Behavior on e-bikes. Tonight, it's a
Oh, not the fuzzy again. Oh, man. Either way. I hate when it gets fuzzy.
Including a teen boy who was hit in this intersection, but he ended up facing charges.
E-bikes are crazy. They're going down the street. They're not even looking. They're not wearing helmets.
Speeding to beat a red light led this e-bike rider right into the path of a car
Did you see that?
green light. The result, police say, this shocking collision as the boy rolls onto the ground as the car runs over the bike.
If that car had went over him completely, we're having a much different conversation. This is a fatal accident.
Police say the teen was fortunate to walk away unharmed, but he wasn't lucky enough to get away without charges. Police say the teen wasn't wearing a helmet. He was on the sidewalk, and the e-bike was modified so it goes faster.
This is a problem that it just
the
seems
fuzzy's
to be
gone.
escalating.
The fuzzy's gone. Oh, sucky now. That's right. The fuzzy is gone. Alright, guys, when I mentioned the fuzzy, I'm talking about the fact that it looks pixelated. I don't know why it does that. I start the video. It looks good on my end. And as soon as I pin over to show you guys, it's pixelated. Like as you saw at the beginning of the video, right? But let's talk about this. When I was younger, right? So I'm 40 years old. Well, 40 and a half, right? I'm about to be 41 soon. But it is what it is. Look at that. No grays, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Anyways, I do have grays. It's just I pull them out. Yes, sir. Anyways, let's talk some more. Can you imagine that? But I have a story of my own. One day, right? This was way back. I was in high school. I think I was like at least 17. Right? No, I was 16. I was 16 at the time. And this is way back. I think it was around 2001 or whatever, right? And I had a bicycle. No, was it? No, 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 no. I was 17. I was 17. I was 17. 17 or 18. No, I was 17. 17. I got my permit 16 and a half. By 17, I had a vehicle. I was driving and I was good. So I was 17. This guy's on a bicycle, right? This is before the bike lanes, all that, right? 2000, I think it was like 2002, right? So this guy decided to continue riding while the light was green, right? So he's coming down. It's a hill, so he's coming down. As he's coming down, the light turns. I'm trying to make a left-hand turn on a green, right? My light is green. I'm turning left, and here come the bicycle. Thank God I pressed the brake fast enough, and since I had a stick shift, my car stalled. It stalled. I pressed the brake because everything happened too fast for the car to react. So stick shift, their reaction is if things are not going correctly, it stalls. Basically, it comes to a halt, stop. Thank God, came to stop, and what ended up happening was the person went by, phew, acted like nothing happened. Here I am in the middle of the street, right? Thank God it was green light. On the other side, the cars was already stopped, and I didn't hit the person that was on this side. But man, it was horrible. It was traumatic. Why? Because it was red on their part. They didn't stop because bicyclists think like they can just go anywhere. Like, at least if you're gonna go through anything, pay attention. Pay attention to the light. Pay attention to the vehicles. If they're moving, stop. Let them go. You know what I mean? So anyways, what happened was the guy went right by. Phew. My car stalled. I was in the middle of the street. So with a stick shift, you got to bring it back to gear and then clutch and brake, start it all over again, put it in gear, and then go. And I couldn't even back up because the car who was behind me ended up moving forward. So as I'm turning, right, he was already there. So the only thing I could do is start and try and maneuver away from like the car that was already on this side. So it is what it is, man. But that was terrifying. My heart almost came out of my chest. It was beating. I was a youngin'. But I was in a YN. Ooh, sir. Anyways, yeah, let's go back to this.
And we see these accidents all the time. Today alone, we had 2 other e-bike accidents.
At this park where e-bikes and scooters aren't allowed on the walkways,
I couldn't let my child go out on the bike. I would just be so nervous. I'm so nervous for these kids.
bike rider Christine heard about the crashes and saw the video.
They're going so fast, and I usually have my son on the back of my bike, and they're zipping past us, not even paying attention. Like, I just feel like they need to be more cautious.
Police say parents should know these rules. In Massachusetts, you have to be 16 to ride an e-bike with a license or learner's permit. E-bikes can't travel faster than 25 miles.
Do you see that? I didn't even know that. That's crazy. Man, some of these stuff, like, they need to, like, you know, there's cell phone nowadays. Certain laws that's being put out, there should be, like, some kind of alert that just throws it out there, like, hey, just so you know, your city just passed this new law. Like, I didn't know to be on an e-bike, you must be 16. I didn't know you have to have a license or learner's permit. I didn't know it has to be within the speed limit of 25, right? And the helmet, if under 17, that should not even be there. It should be helmet at all times, period. Helmet at all times. I mean, what do you guys think? If you're still here, if you're not, it is what it is. I don't know. Yeah, man, that's crazy. So, wow. Teen on e-bike facing charges after collision with SUV in Milford. Wow. That's sad. That's sad. That's sad.
miles per hour. All riders under the age of 17 have to wear a helmet.
The problem now is they're readily available online. Anybody can get them, and when they get them, they modify them so they go as fast as 40 miles an hour. It's a recipe for disaster.
What the? What is this? A motorcycle? Like 40 miles an hour on an e-bike? That thing is flimsy. Any hit from a car, bam, the thing is gone. God forbid the life is gone. Man, this kid escaped with his life. If that car was going any faster, oh my gosh. But thank God he's alive. But hey, sometimes you man, that's tough. So basically an e-bike is considered a vehicle, in other words. It's considered a vehicle, right?
To avoid disaster, police say it's worth it for parents to have the conversations with their kids.
The parents has to take care more of the kids because it's very dangerous for them and for everybody.
Police say the teenager is facing several charges, including operating to endanger an unlicensed operation.
Whoa. That is crazy. Whoa, that is crazy. Wow. So, well, let that be a lesson to him. Hold on real quick. Bam. Yo, let that be a lesson to that kid and for others, because I think sometimes things happen because we're not paying attention really. And sometimes, you know what, it's ignorance that causes us to do things majority of times. So hopefully this is a lesson learned and the person can, wow, that's tough. It's tough. Hopefully the car, there's no scratches, no problem, and it keep on moving. But I don't think, I don't know. That's messed up. Number one, why would, like, I don't know, the fact I'm trying to choose my words wisely. You know what I'm saying? So, as you're riding, okay, I've ridden bicycles before, right? In Boston especially, they have bike lanes. When you're in the bike lane, your lane is treated as if you have a vehicle and you're on the road and you're supposed to obey the laws of the road, right? So if a bike is going forward, the lights have to be green, or they have to have their bike light on. If there's no bike light, you can't go forward, because technically that means you're going against the law, because you're supposed to adhere to, you know, the lights. You're not supposed to go on a red light per se. It depends on the situation, right? So it looks like every vehicle on that side stopped, and that the e-vehicle kept on continuing. As far as the bicycle kept on continuing, and because it continued on a red light, that I believe that's where the endangerment comes from, because you willingly know you have a red light, you gotta wait because the other side has a green light, and because they have a green light, if you don't stop, what ends up happening is you may cause danger to another motor vehicle. Who knows, they might turn left, turn right, and create more accidents, you know? Or like this guy or this person might just get hit by the car because the car doesn't know any better. Like, oh, they see green in front of them, they don't see you coming, they're gonna go forward, right? Oh, I'm wearing green. Anyways, that was amazing. Whew. Wow. It is what it is. Hold up. Let me make a phone call real quick. a second. I'm calling Green Energy Gym right now. Let's see. Is he gonna pick up? I don't think he's gonna pick up. What up, Green Energy Gym? What up, Green Energy Gym? Wow. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yo, thank you about the echo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The kid that got hit, did OBS just say disconnected? Reconnected. No, I'm talking about the I'm talking about the channel. Yeah. No, the news feed I just did. So the kid, apparently he was on an e-vehicle. And remember what we've been saying, man, these e-vehicles, as far as like bicycles and like, these bicyclists, they oh yeah, scooters, mopeds, all stuff like that. They think they own the road when in fact, like, you yeah. When in fact, uh-huh. Yeah, I was just talking about that. If you want to catch it on the replay. Yeah, either way, I appreciate the support. Hmm. Facts, facts. So he's on the e-vehicle. The light is red on his side. It turned green on the other side. He decided to proceed forward. The first car seen him because he was close to him, but the second car in the other lane didn't see him. This red, what do you call it, Lexus. And then out of nowhere, as he's approaching the front of the Lexus going forward, bam! Sir. It's in Boston. Yeah, bro. Hmm. 3 times? Well, no, he didn't die. So on the camera, it shows that as he was moving forward, he jumped fast enough that the vehicle ran over the e-bike, and as the vehicle ran over the e-bike, um, he is showing him on the side walking away as if nothing happened. So apparently the camera, because they have to report it to like to see what happened as an accident. So when they went through the camera, what they saw was him. This is like people nowadays need to realize this camera is everywhere. Just don't do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, just don't do it because at the end of the day, guess what? There's a big chance. Uh huh. Exactly. Exactly. And if there's a camera, guess what? You getting caught. Yeah, man. Um. So yeah, what? 3 days rain? That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. So the thing with him, he's 17, and the law says it. You can only ride an e-bike if you're 16 and up. Now, there's laws that you gotta follow while you're riding that e-bike. Basically you're a vehicle on the road. You have to adhere to the speed limit, all that stuff. Yep. So yeah, man. What ended up happening was the kid got hit. That's tough. It's tough. hmm But the only thing I like about it is the fact that he got charged because at the end of the day, the reason why nothing happens is when these people are not charged for these things, they just continue doing the same thing. hmm Of course, you gotta make it look like it's chaos and stuff, right? But you know what? Since you're talking about that, let me see if I can get something on it. Facts. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Whoa. Mm-hmm. Facts. 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 Mm-hmm. Right through that bill. Facts. 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 Yeah, man. But let me let you go. I gotta get back onto this this channel. So appreciate you stopping by, bro. Appreciate you stopping by. Yes, sir. Yeah. When I hit the road, no problem. All right, bro. Peace. All right, guys. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Just getting things together, and then after that, I'm gonna continue again. All right, that was my guy, Green Energy Gem. I had to hit him up and see what's up. See what's up. All right, I'm getting the next one ready. Um, I'm getting the next one ready. Let's see. Today I'm kind of doing things on the fly. And yeah, just give me a quick second. I'll be with you guys. I'll be with you guys. That's what I was forgetting. Oh man. Oh, that thing set up and now not looking good. Hiccups, hiccups. All right, what time is it? Oh man, time's flying by. Um, yikes. All right, you know what? Yeah, we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, all right, that one's there. Is that it? Is that okay? We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay. Okay, cool. So next one, next one, next one. All right, sorry, had to do a little talking, and eventually had to get this whole setup set up. It's gonna look different when I reclip it, but it is what it is. Before I do it, bam. All right, guys. So National Geographic's International Space Station, ISS. Right? Look, the reason why I'm talking about it, because I like watching the ISS, and bam, I'm making a shirt for it. Woo wee! Wow, wow. We're gonna throw it on this right here. Bam, bam. This right here. Let's go. Yeah, so we're gonna make that shirt soon. But first, let me you know what? Let me pen over to, you know what? Let me do it again. Let me do it again. All right. We're gonna make this shirt soon on a white. This is the graphics right here. Bam. Can you see it? Bam. International Space Station. Bam. There it is. So this is on a direct-to-film printer, my Epson 15000. We're gonna throw it on a white shirt, but before we do, let's go over to that beautiful, beautiful beam footage, right? Come on, my guy. Let's see what you gotta say. Bam. All right. This is National Geographic talking about the International Space Station. Once we're done, I'm gonna go back to the shop. I got some stuff I gotta do.
On Earth, you have to do it in space.
It comprises millions of high-tech components. There are 16 pressurized modules with living quarters, sleeping bays, an observation deck, and 6 science labs, all connected via airtight tunnels. There's plenty of parking for visitors, including spots reserved.
We'll stop right here. That looks so beautiful. Wow. Wow. This is amazing. Man, the stuff we're coming up with nowadays is amazing, man. It's amazing. It is amazing. Hold on real quick. Oh, excuse me. All right. I'm here. I'm in the chat also. I just had to put myself in there. But it is what it is. So yeah, so like I was saying, like it's amazing. Look at this. Look at space. That vast darkness. And then you have the earth with a flaming light bulb that's lighting everything up. Man, God is amazing. I don't know about you, but when I look at stuff like this, it makes me think how amazing the God that we serve is, man. Let's go. I'm just gonna show a little bit. You guys, I pinned the comment. I mean the description in the comment. You can go back and you can watch it, you know. But let's go.
for Russian Soyuz capsules, and the ISS's lifeboats, which are on permanent standby in case of emergency. Unlike any other structure, the ISS has to provide everything.
Do you see this? Do you see this? Whoa, that is crazy. Look at that. Look at that. Wow.
Its astronauts need. If it fails, they die.
A human being can only survive for 3 weeks without food, 3
Whoa, the fuzzy's gone. The fuzzy's gone. Yeah. Yeah.
days without water, and 3 minutes without air.
For humanity to succeed.
Look at this. Look at this. This is Marvel right there. Although China built a bigger one. But, it is what it is. We're not going to talk about China right now. We're talking about the ISS. Let's give it ISS applause. Let's give them an applause. From the makers to the, contributors to the, everybody that's been involved, man. This is amazing. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Successfully venture well away from Earth, astronauts will need to be self-sufficient. If the ISS can solve the challenges, it will prove humans can truly live in space. But before anyone can take up residence, the engineers behind the ISS had to get it into space. And it weighs a colossal 460 tons.
Golly.
The same as about 300 cars.
It would be great if we could just build.
You hear that? 300 cars? Whoa. That's a lot of metal. That's a lot of metal. Satellites, everything. And the funny thing is, it's not even latest technology. There's way better technology than this. This is like back in the day technology, man. Things are the new space station they got set up, man, come on.
Build the International Space Station on the Earth and then just blast it into space.
You couldn't just fly the whole thing up there in one shot. You had to take a piece at a time and assemble it together like Lego.
The ISS began life as just 2 modules that had to be connected in space. One built by America and the other by Russia.
The first flight actually launched in November of 1998.
That's beautiful right there.
It hadn't been that long since the end of communism in Russia, and here we were building a joint Russian-U.S. space station. So just the political milestone that represented was pretty significant.
After the intense competition of the space race, it's suddenly all about collaboration.
Since they're mentioning collaboration, it goes to tell you, let's say there was no disconnect between humans, right? Let's say all of us was just thought of as earthlings. Together with all these superpowers, like the amount of stuff that they'd be able to create in rapid speed would be crazy. You'd have work for everybody that'd be like in a world where like it's a universal regime instead of a just common local leaders. It my goodness, like we would have been way further advanced. We would have been like, man, the places in my mind, I'm thinking of so many places we probably would have visited by now. The moon would have been like probably 20 years ago. Here we are in like probably Pluto, trying to figure out what's going on over there, right? Touching ground, figuring out like the technology we would have to be able to keep ourselves warm and like be able to go planets that's like beyond, and the places that we would have been able to look at in the galaxy just by coming together. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Had we It is what it is. But at this time, present time, I'm enjoying the fact that this is what teamwork brings you.
The orbiting Russian module is known as Zarya, which means sunrise. Next, the first American module, known as Unity, sets off inside the cargo bay of Space Shuttle Endeavour.
Liftoff of the Space Shuttle Endeavour.
Unity is now chasing Zarya through space at more than 17,000 miles per hour. Two modules from two superpowers are about to dock.
First thing we have to do is to open up the payload bay doors.
Can you imagine how important it is for these two modules to mate?
Unfortunately, before both modules were launched, engineers spotted a problem.
Not all the pieces got to be integrated on the ground before they were launched.
Neither Zarya nor Unity were originally designed for the ISS. Their docking systems wouldn't fit together.
The Russian hatches are all round, and our hatches are all square.
I mean, this is fundamental to the International Space Station, and what you have are two things.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. So, well, this brings me back, like, you know, when you're in kindergarten, they give you the blocks, and then you have the space they go into. This is like trying to fit a circle in a square, pretty much.
That don't mate.
And so, what do? Well, you make an Adapto-Lego block connector thing.
The L-shaped Lego thing they came up with is called the Pressurized Mating Adapter, or PMA. Not only does this accommodate the different shaped hatches, it also has a precision-engineered docking ring for grabbing hold of another module and perfectly aligning it. Vital if a reliable airlock is to be made. This is the moment of truth. Latches on the inside of the docking ring finally make the connection and pull the modules together.
Houston Endeavour, we have capture of Zarya.
The International Space Station is born.
It was amazing. I mean, here we are. We got airborne. We had Unity in the bay, and when we left a functioning space station ready for the next module to come up.
In the 20 years that follow, engineers from all around the world join the project, building their own space laboratories and bigger living quarters. But every one of the modules was constructed on Earth, and it takes a supreme international effort to launch them all successfully into space.
It took a long time to build Space Station. You have to fly everything up, we have to connect all the modules, put them together. So that took over 40 missions. Modules came from all over the world. We have the US modules from NASA, we have the Russian modules, we have the Japanese modules and the European module, you name it.
And it costs around $10,000 to send every pound of weight up here from Earth.
So right now, we're in the Japanese laboratory. It's one laboratory out of many here on the International Space Station. This is Columbus, the European module. It has science experiments all over. You could see it looks a little bit crowded. Here we are in the U.S. laboratory. Again, this is a laboratory with science experiments on all of the walls here. So we're going into the Russian segment. Be ready. You don't need a passport either.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
What's cool about this module, it is actually the very first piece of the space station that came up in 1998.
It's been occupied.
Bro, you guys see her flying? Yo, she flying. That's crazy.
Continuously ever since then. So if you think for 18 years, there has always been a human presence in space.
Today, the ISS is enormous. By far the largest space station ever created.
It's actually big enough if you have a good pair of binoculars, and when it's flying right overhead, you can actually see it Normally you look at a satellite and it's just a little dot, but the ISS is big enough that you can actually see it as an extended object.
Yo, look at that. Look at that. Like, that's yo, this is amazing, bro. Like, just being able to see something like that, it's breathtaking. It's breathtaking. Man, this is amazing. Amazing. Wow.
It's so vast, in fact, that it would dwarf Times Square. At an astonishing 357 by 240 feet, it has more living space than a 5-bedroom home. But the larger the International Space Station becomes, the larger a very obvious issue becomes, too. Air. In space, there is none.
It doesn't provide a life support system for us, air, oxygen. And so if we have a home in space, we need to provide all of that.
The average adult breathes close to 4,000 gallons of air per day. With a crew that can be up to 9, the ISS must supply a huge amount of it. And it's not coming from outside those windows.
I would hope not, because the minute those windows come in, open up, the vacuum would just, man. Yo, no Diddy after that. But anyways, wow, this is amazing. This is amazing.
Cruising outside the Earth's atmosphere, the International Space Station has to provide everything the astronauts need to live. And breathable air is first on the list.
Yo, I'm still amazed at the fact that these people are flying around. Like, wow, that's crazy, yo. That's amazing. Like, I'm impressed. I'm amazed. Like, it feels like on Earth we're so suppressed to our abilities and what we can do, you know? And going beyond, it shows like, yo, we can fly? That's crazy.
Their very survival really depends on the things that we provide them. And you're also having to deal with the fact that at any point in time, if one of your system fails, you have a very limited amount of time to either get something from Earth or to get back to Earth as quickly as you can.
In a crisis, an emergency supply of oxygen can be sent up by rocket. With technological advances, spacecraft can now rendezvous with the ISS in 6 hours, if everything goes as planned.
Whoa. Yo, you guys see that? That's crazy. Damn. No wonder it costs millions and billions and who knows, pretty soon probably trillions of dollars. Yo, to the people who do this, like, I give you an applause because that's crazy. But remember, a space ship nowadays is literally a rocket flying in the air. It basically a ballistyle, I think that's the word, ballistyle, flying in the air. So the fact that it explodes, like, that's something that's, I mean, that's what ballistiles do. They explode. But man, just being able to engineer something that uses, like, I don't know, if I was to create a spaceship, this whole like humongous thrust of like fire just coming out, like, what I would do is this, right? I would use the air that's already supplied here, which is hydrogen. right? Most what do you call it, spaceships do use hydrogen to go up. But there's gotta be other ways to utilize this hydrogen so you can, use it and still have it safely land and safely take off without an immense explosion. Who knows?
But even when a cargo delivery is successful, there's a price to pay. The cost of each mission is colossal, almost $200 million.
It's expensive to bring a kilogram
Golly.
of anything up to the space station. And to spend all that money just to bring up water and oxygen would be an incredible waste.
The ISS needs to make its own air.
The oxygen on the ISS can come from a delivery from Earth, and then they're stored in tanks. But the ISS is also capable of generating oxygen on board.
On Earth, we take air for granted. In space, each astronaut must be supplied.
Wow. Yo, the Earth is so beautiful. Look at this. Look at this round baby. Oh, she's beautiful.
With 1.85 pounds of oxygen per day, 365 days a year, to avoid suffocating.
Ooh-wee.
In the very heart of the ISS is an unassuming machine about the size of a trash can.
Whoa. Whoa. That is amazing. Yo, the animation, man, they outdid themselves.
It's this that holds the secret to keeping astronauts alive. Incredibly, it generates oxygen from nothing more than water.
So what happens is you have some water, you feed some electricity through that water, and the electricity will split that water into hydrogen and oxygen.
The oxygen comes off as bubbles at the positive electrode, the hydrogen at the negative. But again, being in space turns something that's straightforward on Earth.
How do they utilize
into
the
a
hydrogen
major
is what I want to
engineering
know.
challenge. The bubbles of gas won't come out of the water.
In your high school chemistry lab, the gas just bubbles up to the surface because the gas is lighter than the water, and therefore it goes up. Gas is not lighter than liquid in space because gas doesn't have any weight and liquid doesn't have any weight. So you produce gas bubbles and they just sit there. And what we generally
Wow, that's
do is
interesting.
we centrifuge it. So you spin it all around, and the liquid, being denser, it doesn't weigh anymore, but it still has mass. So it's denser, and it goes to the outside, and you can then separate the liquid from the gas.
The hydrogen gets thrown away, gets pumped into space, and the oxygen is used for the ISS air supply.
There's enough capacity on board to generate 5 to 20 pounds of oxygen a day. More than enough for the crew. In the extreme environment of space, making air is just the first challenge. The ISS has to keep it, but it's under constant threat of a breach in its hull.
There is so much space junk up there now.
There's the potential for it to puncture the outer wall of space station.
I was taking pictures out one of the windows, and it was a nice clear window. I came back sometime later to take another picture, and there was a great big ding in the window about a 5/8 of an inch in diameter.
Whoa.
From a micrometeorite impact.
Whoa,
And
that is
we had to take
crazy.
pictures, close-up pictures, send it down to the ground, and it had to be analyzed to see whether it was going to be a threat when we entered.
If you pop a hole in space station, the atmosphere is going to leave very, very quickly.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Like I said it before. Like, yo, the minute that anything, a whole air gets removed, because the space is a vacuum. There's no air in it, right? Per se. There's molecules and stuff like that. But let's pretend all the air is removed, right? The minute that a hole is made in that space station, guess what? All the air in the space station goes out into space.
No atmosphere means no oxygen, and the consequences of that are obvious. So how does the ISS deal with the threat of colliding with meteorites?
I gotta end this soon,
The
so
International Space Station is the largest man-made object that's ever orbited the Earth. And it's racing
current. I think China, China has something to say about that, but it is what it is.
around our planet at 5 miles a second. But on board, that's hard to appreciate.
How do we sense speed if you're in a car, for instance? You know, you have the road noise, you have the wind going by, you have billboards or trees going by your window. None of that exists in
So
space.
he's a former NASA
The
astronaut.
only way you get a visceral sense of how fast I was going is, you know, you're going over the Pacific Ocean, and then 10 minutes later you fly over New York, and then 10 minutes after that you're flying over London.
If the ISS was orbiting closer to Earth,
This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Listen, with that, I'm gonna leave you with that right there. This is amazing. This is amazing. Look at this.
we'd all see how terrifying its speed is. It would cross the U.S. from coast to coast in just 10 minutes, lapping the Earth more than 5,500 times a year.
But it's actually traveling at 26,000 kilometers per hour, or 17,500 miles per hour. So
Wow,
definitely
that's a
be
lot
breaking
of
the speed
speed.
limit, right?
Speed on Earth can be incredibly dangerous, but in space, at the velocity the ISS hurdles, the consequences of a collision can be off the scale catastrophic.
Yo. You see that right there? The lights, the northern lights, I think they call them. That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow. All right, guys. That's the end of that. I think tomorrow. Tomorrow, am I doing this? No, I'm probably not doing this tomorrow, but who knows? Who knows? I'm trying to do this a lot more often. But yeah, guys. Like, subscribe, Levi Apparel, man. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. Bam, we back. So, hopefully I didn't make it too long, but we got the shirt. We got the DTF film that we're gonna make. Again, guys, this is what I do. I create logos on shirts, apparel, designing. That's the type of things that I do. So I'm gonna go to the heat press and we're gonna flip over and we're gonna just basically get started making this shirt right here, right? So all right, give me a second. Like, subscribe, Levi Apparel if you're here. I'm out. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna clip this. I'm not gonna do it now. You're gonna see it on the video when I clip things together. All right. But for me right now, I gotta go. Like, subscribe, Levi Apparel. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out. Peace. Today was amazing. I'm glad I figured OBS again, because and then the whole camera thing, I'm glad I figured it out. For some reason, motion is what it wants in order to actually work, and because of that, if I don't have motion, like, it's not gonna do anything. Like, it's just gonna it's gonna freeze me, like this, for example. No movement. See, I'm frozen. What? No. For some reason, now it's moving. But I got the proper camera to, view, to give me the right depth. So you guys can get like a better view of me. What am I talking about? the camera needs to have a better view of me, and it needs me moving. I have to be moving something so the camera can say, okay, he's moving, let him do his thing. But if I'm not moving, if I'm not moving my hands, if I'm not doing this and that, and if it's not viewing me to the camera, apparently, like, hey, he's not live, so I'm not gonna do anything, right? But it is what it is. It is what it is. So, at the end of the day, like, subscribe, Levi Apparel. I'm out. Today was a good show. We're gonna try to do this more often, daily, all right? As we're doing the live, though, there's some things I may have to put on the back burner, such as more videos on XYZ. But yeah, I'm getting stuff done. I did a video on the shop. I'm about to do an update video, load that up, and then I have the previous live I did yesterday. I have to do a video. I have to clip a video of it. So yeah, it is what it is. Other than that, I think I'm gonna clip the one with the kid. And then post it for you guys. So yeah, so yeah, once I do that, it should be good to go. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like, subscribe, Levi Apparel. I'm out. Links on the description, guys. Check it out and go watch. Right? Yeah, go watch. Man, I'm gonna have to clip a lot on this International Space Station, so it's gonna be it's gonna be some work to do. But yeah. All right, cool. Let me end the live right now.